I'm starting actually from the middle of our resort. Hi Lisa, hi Pish, how you going? All right, so here we go. I'm going to turn the camera around. 1 second. Here we go. So this is where we're staying. I'm being a bit quiet, and I might need to plug my headphones in because I think there's a bit of a breeze up. But here, look, we're going to walk over this bridge. Hi Anne, good morning. Someone walking behind me. It's always a little bit disconcerting when that happens. All right, so we're going to walk out. I'm just going to show you exactly how close we are to the beach. So let me just go through reception. This is reception. It's actually really nice. Here we go. And the hotel is associated with a tailor. There's lots of tailors in Hoi An. Here's our guard dog. Good morning. He welcomes people as they come in. He was here to greet Hoi the other day. Hi, Ronnie Lin. So when Hoi came to pick us up the other day, we were sitting in reception waiting for him, and the way that I knew that he was here was that he sent me a picture of the dog as it came in through the front entrance. All right, here we are. This is our main street. Hi, Catherine. This is our main street. When we come out here later in the day, all these shops here, the ladies come out and wave to us and try and call us. Oh, it's buffering. You're kidding. No buffering. No buffering. My 4G, my data should be absolutely fine. All right, let's see how we go. It's very quiet at the moment, Lisa. And actually, this part of downtown doesn't get too busy. Not buffering here. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm glad to hear it. So, let me just look back up the main street. Oops, just kicking rocks as I go. So yes, there's little eateries all along here. Hi, Michelle. And every time we walk out the front door, there's someone out the front of every single one of these places trying to call us in. Come in for massage. Come in for coffee. Come in and spend money. All right, I'm just going to watch where I put my feet because it is still a little bit dark. But across the road from us here's the beach. It's what it looks like at night. It's all lit up. And this time of day is lovely and cool. So we've already got people out here doing exercising. So apart from the motorbikes, we're going to head across the road here and see that there's some people over there doing some exercises. Coffee and a massage sounds pretty good. Yeah, it does, Tish. The coffee is cheap. The coffee is really cheap. It's about $1.50 a cup. Massages. We've spent a lot this week, so we're actually telling the ladies, next week, we'll come back next week. So here's the entranceway to the beach. Well, it's one way to get over there. Just going to cross the road. Let me know if there's wind noise. I'm trying to decide whether I need to plug my headphones in or not. Hi, Judy. So these ladies will be here when we get back, so I'm not going to go over and have a look now. We'll come back and have a look at the ladies doing their exercises later. All right, so here we are. The sky is a lovely colour again already. No wind noise. Excellent, Michelle. I'll leave it off then for now. but you can actually see. Sound is good, excellent. Thanks, Judy. So you can see if we look over in this direction here, the pinkish glow. We're about, I've been going for 5 minutes. I started at 5:15. Sunrise is scheduled for 5:40. And yesterday, because of the line of cloud along the horizon, it was about 10 minutes before we actually saw the sun. So it's probably going to be fairly similar today. Oh, the lights just went out on these arches. So they're scheduled to go out before actual sunrise. That's okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk along the beach a little way up in this direction, and then we'll turn around and we'll be heading back in the direction of where the sun will rise. Pretty good here? Good, excellent. So that's how far we are from the beach. That little bit that we walked, that's it, which is perfect. And then over here, this is the name of the beach, Quai Dai Beach. I can take my thongs off. And I think I'll carry them. Yeah, that's fine. So there's a lifeguard seat here. Very rustic, made of bamboo. We have a little bit of wave action, but not a lot because the beach is protected by a reef. And you can't see them today, just same as yesterday, but there are actually 5 islands just off here as well, which you can normally see, but the last few days the cloud on the horizon has prevented us from doing so. And there's the moon. The moon's up there. That rascally fellow that's going to be stealing the limelight from the sun on Monday, is it? A few days from now? Is that what's going to happen? I think that's what's going to happen. Lots of people are talking about a solar eclipse happening in the next few days. So that's what the moon looks like here at the moment, just a crescent moon. There's a volleyball net, and you can see all the people that are out here already before sunrise on this beach. The sky is beautiful, isn't it, Tish? So they're all out here exercising, and they're largely locals we discovered yesterday. They're probably about to head off and start work as either a grab driver or something that involves sitting down all day or something. And this is their only opportunity to do some exercise. So we had dinner here on the first night we came. It's pretty reasonable for 90,000 dong. My daughter said how beautiful the beaches were in Vietnam when she visited. Yeah, well, this one is pretty nice, Judy. So we had dinner here the other night, the first night that we arrived. 90,000 dong each for a banh mi with chips and a free beer. And 90,000 dong, let me think, I'll do this conversion, is 16,000 dong to an Australian dollar. So what does that make it? About $5 and a bit, $5.20 or something. For that we got a banh mi sandwich. Yes, we'll get a partial eclipse here in Chicago, but the forecast is for clouds. Oh my goodness, Michelle, that was always the way. Anytime any kind of celestial event happened in Australia, I've got to get down here somehow. I would always miss it because there was cloud. Every single time. So I think these beach chairs and shade, hi Sarah, belong to the restaurants. So we've got another restaurant up here as well. Same for you too, Judy. Ronnie Lynn says, oh, dinner on the beach. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice, I have to say. And we haven't been back here yet because we're sharing the love around. Michelle says, I'm really hoping the forecast is wrong. I've been known to happen. Yeah, that's true. You can't 100% trust the weather forecast, can you? All right. So what I'm bringing you up here in this direction is also to show you the damage that the typhoon, and I didn't get a chance to check how long ago that was, caused to the beach, and why we're so lucky to be staying where we are. So what I'm going to walk along is quite possibly the world's largest sandbag that you can see here, this bar here, situated above the sand. And then this beach has hardly any beach at all. And this is a sandbag. So I'm going to walk along this sandbag. Here we go. And we'll look back towards this beach to my left. And this is just enormous, this great big huge sandbag. So looking up in that direction, we can see, well, we can't see actually, but normally you can see the city of Da Nang, which is a modern city, and apparently the bulk of it was only built within the last 10 to 20 years. Lounges and umbrellas. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad, would it, Judy? If it was all there for you and you didn't have to lug down your shade and seating arrangements and whatever else. So you might be able to see, I'm not sure, but the tide's actually out at the moment. But along there, I'll put my thongs down and zoom in for you. Along there, this beach was eaten by the typhoon. All the sand is gone, there's very little left. And over there on the beach as well, these are these round bamboo boats, and you can actually go out up the river on those, and there's a few of them moored out here as well. Do you see? They're probably a bit hard to see, but those little dark bobbing things in the water, they're those round bamboo boats. That's offered as a tour, not out to sea but up the river, and you can ride in one of those, and then the tour guide, the tour leader, actually does this spinning around thing, and you know, you get to watch, and they're painted on the bottom, and they're quite iconic to Hoi An. So that's those round bamboo boats. So looking back in this direction, where the sky is really starting to take on a gorgeous colour, look at that. Beautiful. So you can see we're actually going to head in this direction. There's another sand bag, a sandbar up there in that direction. We're going to walk up there. And so this stretch of beach between the two sandbars, right across the road from where we're staying, is really the only stretch of beach along here. Everything else was eaten out by the typhoon. All right, I'm going to walk along the sandbag. I may have to go back to a table and tie my hair back because the wind is picking up a little. Let me know if it's affecting the sound. Hello, good morning. And I can see my horizon's crooked as well. So I'm going to see if I can straighten that at all. I did all this back in the room in the dark, trying to make sure my mount was straight. And I didn't quite do it, did I? It's kind of just a little bit off. So you can see here, the sand goes up on that side on my right. Michelle, I don't know the answer to that, but this one looks like it's been here for some time. You can see this growth on the side here, the marine growth. And looking down here, I mean, it's quite deep. I've seen people dive in here. So, and there's fish down there as well. So it's, I should have tried to find out the answer to that for you. But this one at this end looks like it's been here longer. You'll see when we get there, than the one at the other end. And there's a few of these little round bamboo boats out here as well. So no doubt they use them for fishing. Yeah, I know. It's and we were trying to work out how they do it. How do they put them here? So this actually looks like a seam. It looks like, so the wind's picking up. This looks like it's been stitched almost, doesn't it? So we were trying to figure out how they actually put them here. You know, they just lay down the material, get bulldozers in to pile the sand on, and then bring the tops over. Not sure. I'm going to plug my microphone in because the wind's picking up. Give me a sec. I'll head back over to one of these tables to do that and tie my hair back while I'm at it. All right. So Quad Dai Beach, this is called. And just looking back towards the horizon, it does look like a bank of cloud across the horizon. So we're probably going to have exactly the same as I experienced yesterday. The sky is looking lovely. It's actually blue sky above, but there's just this thick bank of cloud along the horizon. So we may have to wait till 5 or 10 minutes after official sunrise before we actually see the sun appear. But that's okay because we're going to have a lovely walk along the beach. Just as soon as I've plugged the headphones in to help get rid of this wind noise that you're probably experiencing at the moment. This is good exercise for the thighs, walking in sand. And trying to make it not too jarring on my knees. But it's a very clean beach. One thing that frustrated us while we were in Malaysia was the amount of litter that we encountered on a constant basis. It's so far, perhaps because it's a resort area, who knows. So far, the litter has been, good morning. So far the litter has been quite minimal, which is nice. Okay, let me just put this down here, get my headphones out, and just be prepared for a little bit of a bump as I do this. Plug the headphones in. Okay, using cheek to counterbalance. All right, there's the speaker. There's the speaker. And while I'm at it, why don't I just give you a quick good morning to everybody as well. As soon as I get this other earpiece in. Sounds better. Excellent. Thanks, Michelle. All right, let's turn this around. So here's my little muffle, and it does fall down. So there's my microphone. There's my little handmade muffle. I'll try and remember to keep it up there in front of the microphone. But if I forget and the wind picks up, that's because it slipped down and I wasn't paying attention and didn't hold on to it. But there we go. So we're all good with sound. So good morning, everybody. Finally, 20 minutes late. I did actually have the camera around right at the very beginning, but this has been my first chance to actually say good morning from Quad Dai Beach, Hoi An in Vietnam. And there we go, looking behind. They're the people that were saying good morning to us just a moment ago. And I'm going to turn the camera back around. But before we do, take a look at this shirt. See this shirt I'm wearing? Beautiful shirt. I absolutely adore it. Cost me a fair bit of money. And then it ripped. About 2 weeks ago, it ripped. So what I did was I took this shirt to the tailor in Hoi An There we go, the muffle's down again. I took this shirt to the tailor in Hoi An and they made me a new one. They made me a new one based on the design, the pattern of this shirt, and repaired this one as well. All for, what did it work out to be in the end? I think it was 38 Australian dollars, so not too bad. Probably more than I was going to pay for a shirt, but I love that. I'll show you the new one next time I do a tour. I'll show you the shirt that I got. So I get to keep this one as well. It is a bit sun faded after, after 2 months in Malaysia. Hi Evelyn, good morning. Yeah, it's a bit sun faded after 2 months in Malaysia, but at least I get a little bit more wear out of it. Okay, let's turn this camera around again. All right, so I'll hold my thongs with the gimbal hand so I can keep the muffle up in front of the microphone. There we go. Michelle says, yeah, great service. We need more tailors to repair clothing. Yes, totally agree. I hate having to throw clothes out. I was going to have a go at it myself, but the rip was right along a seam line and I just knew that my skills didn't quite extend that far. So I was so happy that she was going to repair this shirt for me as well. All right, so here we go. We're out on the beach. We've been live for 20 minutes. So sunrise officially is in about 5 minutes time. Well, we may have to wait a little longer. Oh, I just missed what Evelyn said. I think she said that Hoi An and Surabaya are roughly on the same, was it latitude or time zone? I'm not sure what she said, Evelyn. I just missed it. The comment disappears off my screen quite quickly when I go direct on YouTube. Okay, all these people out here exercising, out in the surf. It's a lovely cool morning. The breeze is lovely. We have a fella going for a run here. Doggo probably waiting for his owner to get out of the surf. And the sky looks like this. Hoi An and Surabaya, oh, both on the same time zone. Thanks, Evelyn. Yeah, I thought that might have been what you said. Okay, so we're going to walk down there towards the other sandbag. I am going to get my feet wet. I haven't rolled my pants up, so they're probably going to get wet too. And we're keeping an eye on the sky, waiting for the appearance of the sun. That's what the clouds are looking like right now. Very pretty, very beautiful. And we have the sound of the surf to soothe us. Sound of the surf and sound of the wind, which I'm trying to keep muffled. There's a couple of people going out on surf skis up ahead. Oh, this fellow's athletic. I don't think I was ever able to do that. All right, so they're putting out. Hi Jay, lovely to see you. These fellows are putting out their surf skis. We have two going out here and there's a few more up against the sand. Hi Annette, great to see you. And if you aren't already, please look out for Annette's tours on Facebook. She posts them on Facebook at her YouTube channel. She has a few of them. So keep an eye out for Annette's YouTube channels. True crime and cooking and affirmation tours. I joined one of your affirmation tours briefly yesterday, Annette, on dealing with change. And if you haven't already, check out Annette's tours. Okay, here's what the sky's looking at. looking like. I think it's probably dead on sunrise right now, so we're just going to have to wait until the sun decides to get up above this bank of cloud. The wind's a bit stronger than it was yesterday. It's quite breezy this morning. So I'm hoping that the spot where I took the reflection photos from yesterday still looks beautiful. Ronnie Lynn, I only see sunrise on tours. I'm always sleeping during sunrise here at home. I'm very glad that I'm able to bring you sunrises, Ronnie Lynn. And I'm happy whenever I get an opportunity to see one that I can share it with people as well. Adrian, hi Adrian, didn't know Annette was guided again. Yes, look out Adrian for Annette's tours on YouTube. Her channel is Annette Goes Adventures, I think. Is that right, Annette? There's a small temple over here. I've just come up the beach briefly. I missed what Jay said. It was obviously funny. It tickled Ronnie Lynn's funny bone. Tiny little temple here. I'm not going to go up and have a look inside because it's quite a steep sandbank to go up, and I've already done so, and it's just a very simple temple. So we'll just look at it from here. When I came up here to have a look at it the other day, the fellow that was in there, he looked like he was a caretaker perhaps, talking only in Vietnamese and pointing out to sea. Jay says, Lynn, I said that I only see sunrises if I'm coming into the... Oh, it's a long time since I've done that, Jay. Very many years since I've done that. So he was pointing out to sea, and I can only assume that he was asking if I wanted to go out to one of the islands. So there's about 5 islands out there. You're a lifelong night owl. Yeah. If it's insomnia, I might be. I might get up in the middle of the night. But I'm not an all-nighter. Okay, so I'm going to head towards... There's another little group of sun lounges and shade here. And I can't see what they're related to, so maybe there's a resort across the road. Maybe it's something to do with the resort, the seating that's here. All right, checking out the sky once more. Come on, sun, you're a late appearance. We're all anxiously waiting for you to show. And I think that up ahead, this is the photo some of you might have seen on Facebook yesterday with the reflection and the palm trees. I think they're villas. Might be private accommodation. I'm not exactly certain what this is up ahead. I missed that as well, Sarah, sorry. If I'm not quick to see the comment, it disappears quite quickly, so I don't always see them. Hi Emily, great to see you. Oh, something sharp in the sand there. Just check my foot. Hope it wasn't glass. Now that looks like the remains of a crab, a very large one. Look at that. And there's bits of coconut floating around here as well. Okay, up to the second sandbag. I'll walk along there on the way back. But first of all, I want to get down to the water here where I know we have an opportunity for some pretty reflection shots. And then once the sun shows, we'll go back and I'll try to recreate. This is a crab hole, guys. Look at this. Oh, what did I tread on? Something. Here we go. So there's a crab hole. Obviously not quite the size of the crab remains that we just saw. And if there's anyone here who hasn't given me a wave as yet, do so. I always love to see who's joined me. Okay, so we may get an opportunity at this reflection. Yeah, I'll say it's a big hole, isn't it, Judy? There's another one here. Really big. I'm used to seeing, oh, there's another one. I'm used to seeing tiny little holes where crabs emerge from, but these ones are quite large. Lisa, hi. Yeah, I did see you, I think, earlier. Okay. I haven't rolled my pants up, so I'll choose the shallow end of this to walk through. And we're going to try and get this reflection shot for you of these villas over here. And you can see the amelioration attempt, putting these big boulders here to keep the sea at bay. There's a palm frond. Well, that's a nice reflection shot of the sky, actually. Okay, let's see how we go. I'm about to get wet pants. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure, Annette. They could be. So they look like villas. Okay. All right. I'm going to try and keep my pants dry if I can. So that means one hand yanking them up, second hand holding my gimbal, my thongs, and the cord so I don't tug on the. Okay, we're officially ankle deep. I'll show you in a second, but I'm trying to get this shot for you. It's not as good as yesterday. Yeah, I know. The waves behind me, you're not supposed to turn your back on the waves. We're not going to get the same shot as yesterday, but we're going to get close. But no, the waves are behind me and I'm nervous now. Help! Bit of a bigger swell than there was yesterday. I wasn't standing knee deep to get this shot yesterday. All right, okay. No, wait, 1 minute. All right, really quick. Let's see how we go. Come on, guys, do it. Get that shot. Get the shot. That's as good as we're going to get. Oh, did I get away from a passerby? Oh, Emily, I missed it. Oh, well, never mind. Let's try over here. Oh, look at this fishing boat. That makes an interesting silhouette, doesn't it? Well, I almost got a wave here too, didn't I? All right. Okay, let's see if we can get anything happening with reflections. Yeah. Too much water movement action to get a nice reflection, but you can see it's a very pretty shoreline, isn't it? Hi, Lynn. Couldn't add comment on my computer, so I had to switch to phone. Oh, you're very welcome. Okay, I'm going to look out towards the sea again. We're going to see if we can get that fishing boat in shot once more. With a wave or two in front of it. Jay, I'm pretty certain it's Qua Dai. Cuadai. I think it's Qua Dai. All right, I'm going to zoom out again because... And you know, the earthquake that hit Taiwan the other day is about the same distance from Japan as it is from here. So I'm not sure if the swell is a little higher as a result, because when I first heard about the earthquake, there were warnings that Japan could possibly have a tsunami. So, as I said, this is about the same distance from the southern tip of Japan when I look at a map. So who knows? I mean, maybe we're getting... we've got a man waving to us. Good morning. So, I mean, these waves look a lot bigger than we saw when we were down at the beach over the last few days. So it's possible. It's possible that the quake had some kind of an impact. All right, I'm going to see if I can get that reflection shot for you one last time. There we go. Okay, pants, I've let them go. And here's a lonely palm frond, look at that. Now that is a nice shot. That is a lovely shot, look at that. Beautiful. And the sky is still pretty much the same as it's been so far the entire time we've been out here. I want to avoid going knee deep with my pants rolled down. Let's see if I can just get... There's the reflection of the sky is quite nice with those colours there. All right, I'm going to go back to the big sandbag. And I'd like to be in position. The frond needs a friend. Oh. I'm going to try and be in position near the Qua Dai Beach sign for when the sun does eventually make an appearance. And see if I can jag the same shot as I got yesterday for you. It's starting to get steamy. My glasses have steamed up. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, my glasses have all steamed up. Oh, tapped it twice. Sorry. There we go. So let's go out along this sandbag briefly. I'm looking over my shoulder to see if there's any sign of the sun yet, because it's pretty close to 7 o'clock already. Oh no. Yeah, it'd be pretty close to 7 o'clock. I've been going 40 minutes. And I started at 10 past, maybe about 10 to 7. It's about 10 minutes past sunrise. I do wish you were able to still see the actual time while you're live streaming. It's 10 till the hour. Yeah, thanks, Jay. I'm trying to do all that maths in my head while walking and holding stuff. Oh, look, this fellow's out here being very active with his exercises. Oh, no, no, no. I just wanted to be in position, Evelyn, so that I could line up the sun beautifully. We're not going to be able to walk out all the way along here. Line up the sun beautifully with the sky. Oh, look, there it is. There it is. It's finally made an appearance. There, look. There. All right, so I'm going to head over towards the sign so that we can try and get that shot that I got yesterday. Yes, good morning, sun. This soft pink colour. Such a gentle sunrise, isn't it? Sorry, my microphone muffle has slipped down again and I just noticed the wind pick up again. All right, so let's head back over to where that sign is. We'll keep an eye on the sun and what it's doing, but there's still a fair bit of cloud there that's got to try and make its way through before I can confidently say that we'll see it nice and bright. Okay. So back down onto the beach. We'll walk along the waterline and keep an eye over my right shoulder at what the sun's doing the entire time. Why don't I hold the gimbal in that hand, in fact, and we can kind of, yeah, there it is there. I'm not going to zoom in while I'm walking, but hopefully you'll be able to keep an eye on it while I walk. And this is when the Westerners start to appear. They've turned up on the beach to try and get a glimpse of the sunrise themselves. I didn't tie my hair back and now it's all in my face. I wonder why this fellow's burying himself in the sand. Oh, Ronnie Lynn, that was, yes. It didn't just hit Indonesia, it hit Sri Lanka and Thailand as well. But Aceh province in Indonesia was the one that suffered the worst. We visited that part of Sri Lanka that was impacted by that tsunami, and there's a huge memorial. Boxing Day 2004, yeah. That was quite shocking. Quite shocking. Okay, let's zoom in on it a little bit. All right, I'm going to walk a little further. We're aiming for the Quadai Beach sign. Maybe the wet sand is nice and cool. I wonder if that's why they cover themselves in sand. But it's not the first time we've seen it. Oops. I want to get into the water a little bit. What's the temperature? Emily, I don't know what the temperature is right now. I would guess it's probably in the high 20s, which for you, somewhere in the high 70s, low 80s. Is that what high 20s is? But it's going to hit the mid 30s. But it's still not as hot in the morning as it was in Malaysia. Malaysia was uncomfortable even at first light. Yeah, it's the humidity that does it. It is, Annette. It is hot for 7 a.m. Here we go. Where is it now? There it is. I seem to have sorted out my horizon, and that was purely by accident. And that's the reason why we decided after 10 weeks in Malaysia, although it sounds delightful to live there. Sorry, I'm zoomed in. Let me get out of there. I could never live there permanently. Evelyn, it would have to be. We have our air conditioning running at night in the hotel room because we don't have any way of keeping the doors and windows open. There's only a door, there's no window. I would prefer to do that and have some airflow at night, but there isn't a way of doing that in our room, and there's no screens on the door either. So that would be my preference, to just have a lockable screen door and have the doors open at night. But unfortunately, we don't have that as an option available to us. All right, I'm going to get up on the other side of this sign. We're going to see if we can position the sun the way that I did yesterday. Jay says, Googled it. One native says older people do it for circulation or because they think it can help with things like rheumatism. Thank you for doing that, Jay. That's really interesting. Circulation or rheumatism. I mean, I'm getting down here, not as often as I should, but at least every couple of days to get the salt water on my skin because I have eczema. I'm a compulsive Googler. I hate not knowing things. Yeah, good for you. And it helps me as well. Doesn't leave us with questions hanging. It's great. Thank you for doing it. Okay, the sun is getting a little brighter. It's not as bright as it was yesterday, but let's see how we go. All right, I'm going to try and skewer the sun on this centre pole. Let me see. How far back do I need to go? All right, we get to here, around about here, and I'll zoom in. A bit further back, I think. It's close to what I had yesterday. The sun's not quite as bright, but that's pretty close. Look at that. And then if I get a bit closer, I can get, where are we? Not that way, or maybe that way. We can get it in the fish's mouth, maybe? Oh, yeah. Google's terrible for that, isn't it, Ronnie Lynn? Oh, the fish just ate the sun. Okay, let's get this. So the sun is just starting to get brighter now. Let's see if I can get it behind the palm trees, perhaps. Oh! I'm not supposed to sneak up on people. You're going to go for a swim, all right. Do you want to give me the key? No? Just in case I go back before you. Oh, there's another cloud just passed in front of the sun. Yeah, I know. Men, right? And it says morning. Oh, my glasses, they're all fogged up. I can't see a thing at the moment. All right, there we go. There's that sign again. There's Richard. And here's the sun over here. Little humid. Yeah, look at my glasses. I can't see a thing. That one there. It's all fogged up. All right, the sun's getting a little bit brighter. I've got to take my glasses off and air them out or something. Wave them around. Does that help? I'm trying to find some palm trees. They're right on my right. I just want to get into a position where we can see palm trees and sun and maybe the beach sign as well. Yeah, he does, Annette. It's probably something to do with growing up in the western suburbs of Sydney and being nowhere near the beach for his entire childhood. That kind of humidity is awful. I can't function in it. And it's why we do stuff early in the morning and then we pretty much hunker down for the rest of the day. I could not live permanently in a humid city or humid location. All right, let's go back to where we were. I quite like, oh, actually behind this lifesavers chair. Let's see what we can do with this. '79, oh, I missed that. 79F with 90% humidity was all I saw, Jay. All right, let's zoom in on this again. Let's see if we can get creative again. Maybe. It's a little tricky to try and line up. Maybe that one. '26 feels like 30. Yeah, exactly. And when I first started doing live streams in Sydney, all those years ago, what was that? 3 years ago, I think it was. People would ask me what the temperature was. I'd say, oh, it's 26. But it's horrible because of the humidity. I mean, 26 doesn't sound hot. But when you've got 90% humidity, it's just awful. Really awful. Okay. I think we've played with the sun enough, haven't we? Have we played with the sun enough? There's an exercise class down there. There's a swing set here. Look, they've used a tyre, which is normal, but they've used these floats. So there's a swing set, and it's got this sort of wind chime hanging above it as well, which is kind of cute. Over here is one of these bamboo round boats that's been painted. And you've also got the bins. The bins are in the shape of a dolphin. Haven't seen any dolphins. That'd be cool. That'd be a buzz. You're welcome, Lisa. Sunstroke. Here's someone on the swing. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, Emily. And then we've got all these ladies down here about to start an exercise class. When we were here the other morning, it was well underway and with music going. So we might give it a few minutes and see if they start. I'm sure they won't mind. I'm just going to see if I can get some more angles with this sun. We've got the tunnel over here. Jay says, that stinks. I do get whatever one. Preheat stroke. I have had it when I've been very sunburnt. So over here, the Vietnamese cover up completely. The ladies are are very protective of their beautiful pale complexion, and they cover up completely. So when they're out on a motorbike, for instance, they're covered from head to toe. They even have this long all-in-one with a hood. Just going to zoom in on that while I'm talking. Yeah, they've got an all-in-one piece with a hood, and Hoi said that they call them the Vietnamese ninjas. So speaking of Hoi, you might have seen some photos that I posted. We went the day before yesterday. Hoi took us into Da Nang. We went to visit his dentist. We both had a clean and a checkup, and Richard got a quote for 2 dental implants, which he's going to go ahead with. It's considerably cheaper to do that here than it is to do in Australia. And they reckon that they can do the whole thing in a short space of time. So that's good. I hadn't budgeted for it, so I might be asking even more strongly for tips. No, I'm not going to do that. That was our choice. Yes, they're a bit obsessed with fair skin, saying that non-judgmentally. Same in Mexico for North Americans. So we saw yesterday the Westerners coming back from the beach with bright red skin, and all the Vietnamese are totally covered up. I think I know who's smarter. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. So that reflection on the water is looking quite lovely right now, but I think it's still going to be quite a while before that we see the sun appear. The cloud bank goes all the way up there, all the way up, and I think it's going to be right up there. Your dermatologist would agree? Yeah, Jay. I need to get a few sunspots checked, actually. I haven't had them checked for, well, longer than I should have. So, as a teenager myself in Australia, I was a sun worshipper. Now, I can't stand it. I can't think of anything worse than lying in the sun now. All right, I think Richard's still out there, and I'm just waiting for the exercise class to start. So we're just killing time right now. If you're happy to hang with me for a few minutes, we're just looking at the beach. There's nothing wrong with that. And welcome to everyone who joined, who, if you're staying quiet, hi to you too. And to anyone who watches this later, because the recording will be available, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, and hit the notifications button if you'd like to see more from Vietnam. And in a couple of months' time we'll be in Thailand, and a month after that we'll be in Laos. So there's lots and lots more interesting places coming up that I'll be taking you to. If you have postcards, I'd love to see them. And of course, there'll be news on the shared calendar coming soon. Annette literally just, Jay, yes, please hit the thumbs up on this, y'all. Thank you very much. Hate laying in one spot and baking. Yeah, I do too. Annette just onboarded Mike from Chicago. Yay, exciting stuff. So we're over the moon to have Mike on our shared calendar. It's going to be wonderful to see his tours. I know he's got a butterfly tour coming up in Arizona shortly. Judy, we Westerners are obsessed with the sun and don't learn from consequences. That's right, Judy. We think suntans are beautiful. We need to rethink. We need to rethink our perception of beauty, I think. Jay, we're obsessed with the fair skin because fair skin equals higher status. Blame the colonials. And I'd say to that, Evelyn, that you're probably the winners at the end of the day in that race. How long am I in Vietnam? We'll be in Vietnam until, let me think. We fly from Hanoi to Bangkok on the 8th of June. So I've already got that flight locked in. It's about 10 weeks. and then we're in Bangkok. We're in Thailand. We're in Bangkok for a few days, and we head down to the south. Richard has a friend who's married to a Thai lady, and she owns a rubber plantation in a place called Trang. We're going to spend a couple of days there. Then we're going to go to. We think we're going to Krabi. Hi Antonello, reminds me of a Monet painting though. That painting was a sunrise. This is a sunrise? 19th century American women had the same thought process. Being tan was looked down on, likely associated with outdoor labour. Yeah, that's true. That is true. They probably wanted to distance themselves from what they considered the working classes. What else? What else do I have to tell you? We are probably going to bypass Barnard Hills. And you're going to go, what? Why would you skip that? I mean, it looks amazing. And the cable car gondola is the longest in the world. And I've seen so many YouTube videos on it. Hoy has taken you there in the past. So it's not as if it hasn't been done before. The Golden Hands Bridge looks amazing, but everything I see on it shows it absolutely chock-a-block packed with tourists. And the rest of the site is really just a tourist trap. It's a bit like a Disneyland. It's, you know, like Disneyland Main Street, from what I can see. It's expensive, and I can think of better things to do. So we're going to go to a place called Marble Mountain, which is where marble used to be mined, and there's a temple, there's a shrine, it's very beautiful, everything I see on that, and it's quite easy to get to. Oh look, it's just gone behind a cloud. No point looking in the direction of the sun anymore, it's just gone behind another cloud. And the music started. Okay, the exercises are starting, I think, or will be any second. So we're probably going to bypass Barnard Hills. We are on a budget after all, and if it's just a tourist trap, I think I can think of better things to do. We've been into the old town, and I'd like to bring you that as a live tour. So I'm going to schedule that. We get into, oh, it's made an appearance again. We get into the old town just on sunset, and there's a flotilla of lantern boats, small boats with their lighted lanterns that go up and down the river. And they just look beautiful. We're not going to get in the boat. It's actually prettier to look at from the riverbank than to actually be down in the boats and put on life vests and all of that. But people also launch little candles in cardboard containers into the water. Laurie, hi. I know the money you are talking about. It is the something month in Paris. Monet. The Monet, yeah, the Monet I'm talking about. All right, it looks a little brighter now, doesn't it? Shall we try for that shot again? One last time. Let's try for that one last time. So my hair is now sticking to the side of my face. So no, we not only have the fogged up glasses, we've got the hair glued to my face as well. Musée Marmottan. I have not heard of that museum, Laurie. I've heard of the Musée d'Orsay. I've been to the Musée d'Orsay. It's a converted train station. Oh, and just as I get here, it's gone behind another cloud. Wouldn't you know it? I'm keeping an eye on where I think Richard is, out in the water. Oh yeah, I think he's there. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Judy says it's so lovely to see. Ah, all your comments are going fast, too fast. So I'm not trying to light up the sun and your comments are whizzing by and I'm missing them. I have to get Prism working. I really have to get Prism working. Antonello, either you or someone is going to help me get Prism up and running. I've tried about 6 times and still can't get it to work. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's totally unrealistic that I can do all of this and not use Prism. It just doesn't happen. That's wrong. All right, so there's your shot. That's about as good as I'm going to get. And the girls still haven't started their exercise class. So I think I might finish up here, guys. Let's turn this around and I'll turn around and we'll get that behind me. Back to front, of course. You can see my hair. It's just wet. Where'd the sun go? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Okay, it's gone again. It's gone. Anyway, there's the sign, the back to front sign. Thank you everyone for coming along today. I've really enjoyed having you here and joining me on this tour. Looks like we went about 1 hour and 6 minutes. You're very welcome, Judy. And of course, if you are able to help out, I'm always grateful for anything that you're able to contribute, and it does help me bring you more experiences. So if you can and you're able, I thank you in advance. And thank you, Jay. Thanks, Emily. All right, I'm going to finish this if I can find the end button. I just need to find, oh, there it is, up in the top left. Oh, I hate that when my finger comes across the screen. You're welcome, Michelle. And thanks, Ronnie Lynn. Okay, I'm going to turn it around so you don't have to see my finger. All right. Okay, thanks everyone, and bye for now.